And this one well hit left center field. Long run, Trout. Jumps, and it is gone. A good effort by Trout, but he couldn't bring it back. It's a home run for Springer, his first of the season. Now Springer sends one to left center. Back to back. Kiermaier and Springer both going deep, and the Blue Jays have their first lead of the night.
The Blue Jays have a go-ahead home run from George Springer. 4-3 Toronto here in the fifth.
Up the middle and through. That's a base hit, and that's your ball game. Already the sixth come from behind win for the Blue Jays this young season, as Springer bounces one through the drawn-in infield, and the Blue Jays win it 4-3.
George went 4 for 13 with a home run and a couple of RBIs against the Tigers.
Springer drills it to left center field. It's gone. What a way to get this series started. Number 3 on the season for Springer.
The Jays have now had 15 home runs in their last 10 games. They got off to a slow start with the long ball, but they have really turned up the heat.
Reaches for it, hits it to right field. Springer still going back, and he's got it. Boy, he just kept going and finally caught up to it and made a very nice catch to retire the side. This is a well-hit ball to deep right field, off the wall. Robert on his way to second. The throw from Springer. They got him as he overslid the bag. But Robert overslid the bag, and Bichette just kept the tag on him. Let's have a look. They will not challenge. George Springer, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Yep.
There it is.
Springer drives one to deep center field, and it's gone. And how good must that feel for George Springer? He has been waiting for the big hit, for the big moment, and he hits a long 2-run homer to extend the lead to 4-0. Line to right field. Springer has it. Saved a run, maybe 2.
Oh, what a play by George Springer! Racing off to the line, a do-or-die play by Springer. Leaves his feet and makes an incredible diving grab. And he keeps it a 1-run game.
Here's Springer 0 for 2. This one is well hit to left field. It is gone! George Springer lines one into the Blue Jay bullpen to tie the game.
We talked about hitters seeing a new pitcher for the 3rd time, and baseball is all aware of 3rd time through the order, but George Springer connects. His 6th home run of the season makes it a 2-2 game.
Trying to get out of the inning, and this one is looped into shallow right center field. Coming over, Springer diving for it, and the inning comes to an end.
Leaves his feet, knows this got a chance to fall, but he makes a terrific catch.
And here comes George Springer to get it going. Of course, these guys former teammates with the Houston Astros. And Springer gets into one. Well hit, straightaway center. It is gone. Springer with a leadoff home run off Justin Verlander to get the game going.
They were missing that big bat at the top of the lineup a lot early this season, but I think we'd all agree George Springer is heating up. And he teed off on this pitch from Verlander and just kept carrying over the head of Nimmo.
His 54th career leadoff home run. That ties him with Alfonso Soriano for the 2nd most in Major League history. Alonso is 0 for 2 tonight. Shallow right field, and Springer is there to make the catch. A hard-charging George Springer laying it out and making a great grab for the first out.
Right field, a very comfortable spot for him, a position that maybe can help him stay in the lineup more often or longer. And oh, by the way, he can make a play in right field once in a while too.
Bassett is fired up as anybody. That's 13 in a row now that he's retired. Springer with a high fly ball, left center field. It's gone as he turns one around against his former club to give the Blue Jays the lead.
Let's go back and look at the home run by Springer, and he got to that fastball and he knew he got it. He squares it up and put a good swing on it. It's a high deep drive into left center. A 2-run home run.
There's a fly ball to right. Back is Springer. He jumps and he's got it. Dealing with the fence and the sun. A good play made by George Springer.
Just battling the sun for a few more minutes here in right field, but George went up against the wall to make this play. I think he wanted to get this pitch inside a little more, and Austin Hayes hit it hard on a line to right field. George got just enough room, and Jose is very appreciative.
George Springer, high and deep to left field, and it is gone. Well, they moved the fence back and they raised it, and George still hit it out. He hit that one a ton to left field.
Bradish missed with the first pitch fastball down in the zone, and he came back with that right-on-right changeup that we have talked about. He uses it occasionally, but he left this one up and right in the middle of the plate, and George was all over it.
Clocks that one up the line and right. Springer, a long run from the alley, dives, and he makes the catch! Deep in the right field corner, tumbling to a stop, up against the wall. What a grab by George Springer! He's been huffing and puffing all over the diamond today. He just traveled a country mile to grab this baseball.
Got a long ways to go, fully extended in that slide, and comes up with it.
Loop towards right. Springer coming on with the dive, makes the catch!
I told you the one thing that's really been consistent all season long has been the defensive play of this Blue Jays ball club. And how about a game-changing play right here by Springer? This drops here in the 9th inning. Who knows what might happen, but he comes in and makes a heck of a diving catch. He snow cones it and then shows it to the infield. Yep, I got it.
Gave up a lot of long balls early in the majors, and he just gave up another one. How about that? Soaring to deep left field, George Springer with a leadoff home run. He is one of the best leadoff men in Major League history, and now he stands second most in career leadoff home runs.
This is Michael Conforto.
He said it just didn't work out.
Coming on and making the catch again is George Springer. Second time in a few days we have seen Springer make that kind of a grab.
Absolutely terrific effort in the outfield. That was the goal of this team in the offseason, improve the outfield defense. And when Springer goes back to right field, he's one of the best in the game. And you can see Gausman appreciative of the effort. Completely, much like a catcher.
Springer's seeing it pretty well. It is gone.
His 56th leadoff home run, second all time. And he has done a great job in that leadoff spot, and he has set an early positive tone for the Blue Jays. George Springer gets an inside fastball, and it gets it just high enough to sneak it over the wall in left field. He hit it hard, and there was just some doubt whether or not he was going to clear that fence.
Now Zach Remillard lines one to right center, and it's another diving catch by George Springer. This is almost becoming common how much he's doing this.
Well, it looked like he was going to land in that gap in shallow right center field. Sliced into the outfield. George is closing. Kevin was not getting to it, so George said, I got it.
And finally a drive to deep left field, and it's gone. What an at-bat for George Springer. On the 13th pitch of the at-bat, Springer hits it out, and the Blue Jays have the early lead.
you can't locate those pitches, big leaguers are going to hit you, and they've hit him again.
George Springer to deep left, and that ball is gone. And the beat goes on here for the Blue Jays. Their third home run of the inning and their fifth of the game already, and it is now 9-2.
Well, this is what we expected from opening day forward with his offense. Balancing the attack, up and down the order, and a lot of thunder.
Line drive right center field. Springer racing over, and he caught it. What a spectacular catch by George Springer.
One of the best you'll ever see, folks, and that was a determined effort by George Springer. He may have knocked the wind out of himself when he hit the turf, but what an effort. I didn't think he had a chance to make this play, but he never gave up on it and stayed with it, and finally leaves his feet and makes a heck of a play.
George Springer facing Zach Greinke to begin the bottom of the fourth. There's a drive to deep left, and it's gone. Springer got him. Number 18 on the season, and the Blue Jays have the lead.
Yeah, the Royals avoided this matchup in the first inning by using James McArthur as an opener, but Greinke gives up another home run to George Springer.
Big day for George Springer. 2 for 3, a solo homer, and a 2-run single, and the single came with 2 outs. Fly ball well hit right center, and it's gone. The second home run of the game for George Springer. Number 19 on the season. What a day for George Springer. The 2-run homer by Rafael Devers in the 6th. All the offense in this game. Now Springer trying to chase one down, and he's got it. A terrific running catch by George Springer in deep right.
Yoshida looks like he is going to hit this over Springer, but he continues to stay with it. Look at the effort of Springer to hold in that long drive just on the warning track, and he lays out, makes the catch. Big play.
Pretty good contact here as he hits it to deep right, and he's hit it out. Now that's a birthday present that George Springer just gave himself, and the Blue Jays have the early lead.
Well, what a good swing. I mean, he stayed with that ball, and that's the benefit of playing here at Yankee Stadium. Those seats in right, they're not that deep and not that far to reach. 338 feet.
Next pitch is his 30th here in the 8th inning and the 43rd of his appearance. And this liner to right is caught by George Springer. Boy, the outfield defense has been sterling for the Blue Jays tonight. They're on the wrong end of the scoreboard. But boy, Kiermaier and Springer, they've been going and getting them, Buck. And this fastball's hit to right. Springer getting back, but it's beyond him, and it's off the wall. Ramirez on his way to third. The throw to second, and they got Meade easy. What a throw by Springer from right.
George has had a heck of a year defensively. That's his 6th outfield assist, and he couldn't have played it any better. He positioned himself perfectly, and look at this throw. That's the best throw he's made all year.
Stays with a fastball, line to right. Springer makes the catch. What an unbelievable game George Springer is having.
Keep it going, George. A couple of red stars this inning. And how about the base running at third base? And now Springer is down. He might have knocked the wind out of himself in right when he hit the hard turf. And Springer does a hell of a job of leaving his feet. He hit that turf hard and comes up throwing.